Televisa presenta.
Good evening, I am Joana Valentina Barrera Garcia. Today we developed into organizational psychology the history, role, and application fields. About the history, organization psychologists emerged in the early 20th century with Frederick Winslow Taylor introduced the scientific management aiming to optimize tasks and boost workplace efficiency. In 1913, Hugo Musterberg published Psychology and Industrial Efficiency, a pioneer text in the field. During First World War, psychologists like Robert Jeffers developed aptitude tests of the military, including the Army Alpha and Army Beta. In the 30s and 40s, saw significant expansion in organization psychology. Alton Mayo conducted the Hautner's studies, revealing the crucial role of social and emotional factors in workplace performance. In Second World War, psychologists such as John Flanagan advanced the military selection techniques. Kurt Lewin introduced groups dynamics and failure theory, introducing organizational development. From the 60s and to the 90s, the focus of organizational psychologists broadened significantly. Friedrich Herzberg developed the two-factor theory of motivation and hygiene in 1959. Edgar Schneid and Victor Broms made notable contributions to organized culture and motivation studies. Since 1990, organizational psychology has continued to evolve. In 1995, Daniel Goleman popularized emotional intelligence in the workplace. Amy Edmonds introduced the concept of psychological safety in work teams. And Teresa Amabile and Geoffrey Sperfer have significantly influenced in the study of creative evidence-based management. Today, several key topics dominate the field: diversity and inclusion, mental health and well-being, remote and hybrid work, and digital transformation. Now, we will spend with my partner, Claudia Tatiana Huertas, who will tell you about the role
and productivity, and also the psychological testing, compensation of people, staff development at the working level, staff maintenance, staff monitoring, and investigates the human resource available in the labor market and how it can involve the organization, studying the available position and the requirements in order to select the most appropriate person for this and make it adapt correctly and improve in this position. The role of the organizational psychologist is to ensure the welfare of the human capital of the organization. Must always be attentive to the behavior and activities of the people. Must analyze the organizational culture, including values, customs, and rules that exist in the organization. He must also study the organizational climate of this. Additionally, he can evaluate the motivation of employees and relate the information so that employees can perform the work responsibly with forward performance and productivity.
Finally, my partner Sofia Osorio, who will tell you about the fields of applications.
Thank you very much for the presentation and good afternoon, everyone. Well, we must take into account in the context, Colombia context, the role of the organization in psychologics is equivalent to a manager or administrator employer with multidisciplinary skills and knowledge. that is, she or he can work from the administration for the human resource. The role of the psychology can be found in various fields of the psychology. Example, but is in the occupational health and occupational risk prevention, in the labor and professional ethics and guides, and in chains, the prone and organizational transformation of the human resource, and manager in training and development in the parliament. Thanks for this diversity of the fields of the application, which in the organization psychology is also divided into different psychologies. For example, psychology of the human talents, which covers the process of incorporation people into organizations. Ergonomic psychology, which is the psychological knowledge towards analysis and solution, in the consumer psychology, which instead stay in the consumer behavior, and manager psychology, which they apply psychology knowledge towards leader, command, and power. In conclusion, we can say the organizational psychology covers several sectors within our Colombian society and has multiple functions within organization.